This morning, President Trump wrapping up his whirlwind visit to Qatar, greeting U.S. troops at the largest military base in the region.
It's an amazing part of the world, and our relationship has never been stronger.
One of his top priorities here, getting Qatar's help, persuading Iran to give up its nuclear program. Today, suggesting an agreement with Iran could be on the horizon.
Iran has sort of agreed to the terms. They're not going to make, I call it in a friendly way, nuclear dust. We're not going to be making any nuclear dust in Iran.
The president also touting one of the largest sales ever of Boeing airplanes, an agreement with Qatar Airways, while still trailed by criticism even from within his own party about his plan to accept a Qatari jumbo jet to be used initially as Air Force One. Overnight, the Qatari prime minister dismissing the controversy.
This is a very simple government-to-government dealing.
Adding that the decision is still under legal review and not an effort to buy favor. Still, many Republicans are questioning the proposed deal with a country the president previously called a funder of terrorism.
I can think of a lot of other things Qatar could do for us, like, for example, quit harboring Islamic jihadist terrorists who are trying to kill Americans.
Israel, the U.S.'s top ally in the region, is also raising concerns about America's relationship with Qatar. A spokesperson for the Israeli army speaking overnight saying,
Qatar is a terror-sponsoring country. I'm not so sure it's in the United States' interest to be putting so many eggs in their basket of Qatar.
This country, like Saudi Arabia before it, rolling out the red carpet for the president. Qatari fighter jets yesterday escorting Air Force One. And a contingent of camels greeting him before a glitzy state dinner. The warm reception coming just 2 weeks after the Trump Organization, led by the president's adult sons, struck a deal here to build a luxury property with beachside villas and a golf course.
Peter, you mentioned the possible nuclear deal with Iran. You talked about lifting sanctions on Syria. Another story we're watching overseas there, those high-stakes peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. What's the latest there?
Yeah, those proposed peace talks, the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, landed today in Turkey. Russian President Vladimir Putin, a no-show there, asked about Putin's absence today. President Trump said that he didn't expect Putin to go if he was not going. The president earlier saying that these talks would determine if peace was possible. Craig saying then the U.S. and Europe could plan accordingly. Back to you.
Peter Alexander traveling with the president. Peter, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.